Hey guys, welcome to Cars and Health Bars. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about our New Year's resolution alongside some shocking things that we're seeing going on in the Call of Duty community. With that being said, let's get right into it. So, I guess as a few top of the show things, did not get to say Merry Christmas to you all prior to the holidays. It's just the way it fell. It was like our record date was a week from whenever Christmas was. So Christmas was so far away for us that we kind of forgot that it was going to be for you guys. So yeah. And of course, also Happy New Year. I hope everybody had a great, safe, wonderful New Year, and I hope everything went well and everybody was safe and got to where they were going safe and good, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Hope everyone had safe travels.
Definitely. And hope nobody got pulled over. No, cops are awful at this time of year. I want to say a few more things at the top of the show here before we get into the meat and taters of everything. I did actually find out. I was messing around. Of course, if you've been a long time listener of the podcast, you know that we used to have a YouTube channel that I messed with occasionally. Well, I found out that I can link basically our broadcaster to our YouTube channel. So now your episode will automatically get uploaded to YouTube as well as everywhere else you typically consume the podcast. So I don't have to go through that extra hoop of uploading it to another platform. It does it alongside it uploading to Apple, Spotify, all those good places. So yeah, if you want to support the show, hop on over on the YouTube channel and subscribe to that. So that also kind of leads me into the next topic. We're wanting to do this Winter Games tournament, and more on that later. But I'm really wanting to live stream it. I just feel like that would be a lot more of an interactive experience. But I'm struggling to find a platform to do so because, of course, YouTube would be a great option, but I feel like we could get more people in with TikTok, but the thing is, you have to have like I think it's either 1,000 or 10,000 followers to be able to go live on TikTok. So, guys, if you haven't already, definitely head on over to TikTok and subscribe or follow the podcast because we got a lot of good things going on over there. We're getting a lot of views. I don't know how we've been doing it, but like we've been getting 4K or 4.5K views every video for like I don't even know how many at this point. I mean, it's pretty consistent, but
Yeah, I would say
yeah,
that's where we're most active too, is on TikTok.
yeah. And I post occasionally on Snapchat. It's more of like personal stuff, you know. Like I posted a picture of an old car today. And it's like rat rod question mark. But one last thing, I got a hoodie design going around amongst a few of our car guy friends, and I think I've kind of decided on a final design, and I think I'll be posting that sometime in the near future. It will be pre-order only, so I know how many to order, all that good stuff. So if pre-ordering a hoodie is something you're not really down with, no harm, no foul. I will be selling them for what I'm getting them for. We're just trying to get you guys some cool merch and get our name out there. So I'm not trying to take nothing from nobody. You know, we're
We ain't
mans of the
hustling.
peoples. No, we are not hustling.
We just trying to get by, man. We ain't trying to mess no one else up. We know how
No,
it
we know
is.
y'all got car parts to buy too. We
Yeah.
know. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I've got. This kind of brings us into some of our car topics I've got here tonight. I want to talk about some of our New Year's resolutions. It seems like something I kind of thought was really niche and dumb whenever I was a little bit younger, but looking at it from kind of an older, different set of eyes, being a little bit older, it really does give you something to work forward to, as long as you're that kind of person to keep up with it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think it's a good idea to set goals for yourself. Not even like at a yearly standpoint, but even like monthly, just set some goals. It's something I've always tried to do.
What's some New Year's like resolutions you have for this upcoming year, 2025?
I mean, I don't know if you call it a resolution, but a goal that I've definitely set is have my car back and running by my birthday is something I'm really pushing for. I don't know that it's going to happen, but I think it can. I think I'm going to be able to do it if I push hard enough. Yeah. And then obviously, I want to do a few things to the bike. That's been in plan. I got a goal for next year too, actually. We just started this year, but this goal I've kind of been flirting with, and I definitely want to do it next year. And that would be to get the C10 running LS swapped. maybe before then we can get it running with 350.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Not
Have
nice to have
both
a
of them
parts
running.
truck, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at. Like, as soon as I get the fifth gen back going, I probably look into a carburetor for 350. I mean, the third gen. That's really theoretically all it needs. I mean, I'm paying insurance on it already, so I might as well get my hind end and gear
Oh,
on
yeah.
getting it going.
As far as anything other than cars related, I mean, obviously, I'm trying to get in better physical shape. I'm trying to work on my diet. That's something I've definitely struggled with, especially with drinks. Cannot get away
Yeah,
from them sodas, man. That's my worst
yeah,
nightmare.
you drink a lot of cokes.
It's a bad habit for sure. I've stopped it
I
before, and then I get back to it.
I will say that is the one thing that for some reason I've always been good about is I'm always drinking water. I'm like a dang hydro bro. I don't even mean to be. I just like ice water is my favorite thing to drink
I
besides
do
heat.
like it when I do exercise and run. Other than that, you catch me drinking a Coke.
Yeah,
So
homie's
I've
down
been all
bad
my
for the
life,
cokes.
like, even since I was like 12 years old. How I've been.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's there's worse things you could put in your body, that's for sure.
I agree.
It is a little shocking to see Coke melt battery acid though.
Yeah, I
Not gonna
agree.
lie.
I mean, warm water does. So
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, as far as me, I don't know. I mean, of course, I've got some private goals I've got going on, but my goal is the same as last year as far as the podcast goes. I just want to be a better interviewer. I was even still Isaac was our first interview in a while. I was a little shook up. I mean, you guys heard it. I stumbled through the first part of the intro pretty bad. It's just it's something that I want to try to work on. Hopefully, get some more guests this year, and yeah, just keep on this grind. A lot of
yeah,
podcasts kind of drop off after a year. So I mean, we're rocking 2.5 years
yeah,
strong. I mean, we've been. I mean, this seems to be something that's staying, and I enjoy doing it, and I'm sure you like doing it too.
yeah. I mean, it's something we talked about for a while before we even started. Is like,
I
kind
feel
of
like
looking
it's
back, it's we were like, why don't we just do something where we
yeah.
just, because we always get and call and talk to each other. So why not do something else with it and maybe bring some people together?
Yeah, definitely. It's just it's cool to in the past year it seems like we've picked up somewhat of a fan base, and it's just nice to know that there's people out there that want to tune into our podcast every Friday, or whenever you listen to it. If you're getting caught up from a month later, it's just cool to know that there's someone on the other end of this microphone that is listening to our voices. We're not just screaming out into the void, and even if we were, that's cool too. Like you said, we just we get into a call regardless, and we're going to talk.
Yeah, we might as well do something with our time, to maybe bring other people some joy or
Yeah, and it's really cool to bring our friends along with this journey. Tyler comes on a lot. It seems like we're pretty strong collaboration with SKR. I mean, I don't really. I asked Isaac, I'm like, where do I stand with this group? Like, am I in it? Am I not? He's like, you be wherever you want to be, dog. I'm like, all right, fair enough. He's like, as long as you have the podcast and we have the TikTok, is like, I feel like we're always gonna have overlap. And I'm like, yeah, for sure.
it just is. I mean, I'm so closely bound to both of them.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
like
it's
just
great.
stuck in the middle.
See, it's just a good example of what a good group of guys can do. You look at some of the other like local things that are going on, and it's just like you got to be on one side or the other. Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
It's just a good example of what a good relationship between two things can be. Like you don't have to pick one side or the other. There can be multiple successful people in this world, and I feel like a lot of people our age struggle to grasp that.
Yeah, it's like everyone's got to one up each other or anything. It's not about that. It's just about
Building a
doing
community.
doing what you do and not infringing on other people. That's the main thing to me is do what you want to do, but don't bring others down.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But yeah, going back, circling back, that's really my thing. I really just want to become a better interviewer, and yeah, I've got some stuff going on with my cars that I want to get done. So more on that, more on that soon. As far as that goes, I kind of want to take this opportunity to reflect on some of our favorite moments from 2024.
Definitely some of the tier lists were pretty funny, especially that one you made of all the things I hate. Like that was just so out of
Oh my
pocket.
god. Yeah, that was the best. I need to find that episode because that was like one of my favorite episodes of all time.
And then obviously the one where we all got together for the what was it, Thanksgiving? The
Oh,
Thanksgiving
the You Laugh,
special?
You Lose.
Yeah,
I
that
forgot
was
about
so
that.
good.
That was
That
the
was one of my
best.
favorites.
Yeah, and even like the afterwards, whenever Tyler like debeated his tire on the way
Yeah.
out,
That was an eventful afternoon, to say the least.
it was. Yeah, that was an amazing time. Well, S Fest was a little weird this year. You didn't even get to go. I don't know if you didn't want to go or didn't
Uh,
get to go.
I was just kinda I didn't really wanna, for once. It's like, you
Yeah, it was
know
a little
what, we're just
different.
gonna take a break.
I took my daughter. It was a lot of fun seeing her get into cars. Like she was
Well, I
just like
bet.
she was wanting to watch drag racing more than I was. Like I was like, hey, let's go look at some vendors. She's like, no, I want to watch racing. I'm like,
I remember when I was like that.
she get real antsy when they're prepping the tracks. Like, what's taking so long? I'm like, well, they gotta prep the track.
I miss it.
Yeah, it's nice to see someone else get inspired like the way you are. Like, oh my god, I hope that I hope that she just continues to enjoy cars. Like it was real cool to talk to the guys who do the God, what is it? Like the battery powered like little mini wheels that the little kids drive. That
Yeah.
the Eat Sleep Race people at PRI. That's their whole thing. Is little racers.
Yeah, PR was definitely a high point. I'm trying to think earlier in the year, definitely hit up some of the cars and coffees. That's always fun to me. I've always been a big like car meet guy.
Yeah, and we really haven't gone to a Cars and Coffee as SKR. I'm excited for that in the
And
upcoming
we
year.
did one time, but it was before SKR was a thing.
Okay. Yeah,
Remember?
yeah. We all met at the Waffle House. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
Isaac was there.
No, it was before. No, because Isaac had started, but he wasn't there.
Yeah, he wasn't there. The Charge Challenger guy was there. I
Yeah,
remember
Zach.
that. And I
That was
don't think
before I
CJ was
came
there
there,
either.
wasn't it? CJ
Yeah,
was
it
out on
was.
leave.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And then yeah, Jared was there. That was
Yeah,
awesome. Dude, we were like 10 or 11 deep. Like that was
I
awesome. We
remember.
shut down that waffle.
Dude, you should. This is why you need to get into bikes, man. You just get deep in a group of bikes, and it's different
It's different. We got to get some rolls this year. Like,
for
wanted to go
sure.
down. Like, whenever me and you went down to Nashville that one time, I want to recreate that with like all the SKR people. Just like do some rollers on the way there, and
Half of
just
us on bikes, half of us mobbing out. Cause I ain't got my car. I gotta be on a bike.
yeah,
But
you're
don't
right.
think I won't mob out with y'all on the bike.
I mean, you could definitely leave us if you wanted to.
Not with the gearing it's got. I'm definitely gonna be cruising at like 8K.
Oh
But that's
my
that's only
god,
half my RPM, so take it or
that
leave
ain't,
it.
yeah, that ain't bad.
It goes 16, 18.
Kind of branching off on that, I want to kind of bring it up to the viewers. Of course, it was a little bit of my mistake, considering Isaac the owner of SKR, which he is, but it's kind of a partial owner thing. Of course, there is the uh, the other half of the brainchild is David. He is the other half owner of SKR, and I kind of felt bad about not including him because I mean, obviously, it was my fault.
I'm pretty sure
And
you mentioned him.
I think I did too, but I just felt bad that he didn't get invited on in the get go. So we'll definitely be having David on soon.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
going on to that, there's of course several members of SKR, and I kind of want to invite the viewer to give me some feedback on if you want us to do like a interview of all the SKR members. I mean, of course, there's several, and all of them have a unique vehicle, and they've
And
got
unique
stories to tell.
personality, dude. Everyone's
Yeah.
like a trip.
I mean, if you don't know SKR, this is just like techs with keys. I mean, they're all like technicians out there, and they've got cool stories. They've got cool cars. Most of them have a bike too.
Yeah, Zach, me, Isaac, Jared. I guess David technically does. He doesn't ride it because it's
Yeah,
got
Tyler did.
something wrong. Yeah, Tyler did. EJ's got 2 or 3 bikes, or did. I know he's got two. So we all got something, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be fun to have. And of course, like I said, I kind of want to hit up as many interviews as I can this year just to get a little bit better at it because I'm trying to bag some big guests this year, or at least really, and that's kind of another goal. I want us to go on a big podcast this year. I'm talking to one podcast. It's a little bit of a distance for us. We would have to fly out, which that'd kind of be an experience in and of itself. But I'm really wanting to go on some of these bigger podcasts. I feel like that would be a great way to grow the channel is try to
Yeah.
get connected with some of these mainstream guys and kind of shed some light on us. I know it's pretty niche to be into gaming and cars at the same time, but it's out there. I mean, golly, it's blowing my mind how many people that are like your dad's age that play video games still. Like,
I mean, my dad does.
it's just
My
crazy.
mom does. My sister does. Like everyone. Who doesn't play some kind of game, you know? Like we're all
Yeah.
gamers at heart, right? Like whether it's a board game or an actual game, like someone's into something.
Even a game on your phone. I mean,
I definitely think connections are great to have and make. I think that definitely expands your mind a little bit and opens you up.
yeah, I think too, like, that would make the PRI a lot more fun. Like, you look not only forward to the event itself, but, like, reconnecting with the people that you maybe met over the
Yeah,
internet or just kinda use it as a family reunion kinda time.
I agree. Yeah,
Speaking of bagging big guests, I'm kind of talking to, I made contact with Richard Holdner. I don't know if any of you, I mean, I'm sure if you're a car guy, you know who Richard Holdner is. I mean, he's very famous for the Big Bang. He's that guy that's always pushing LSs to the absolute limit. I mean, all engines. He's the guy who tests out all these different cams. He's a numbers guy. He really is.
yeah. He is the Engine Dyno LS guy, and he does more than LS, but that's his main kind of audience, I think.
Yeah. So I'm working on getting him. So if you guys have any questions for him, I would love to also get some questions for you all to ask him if we do bag him. Like I said, it's in the works. We're emailing back and forth. So we'll have to wait and see. He's a very busy guy. I mean, he goes live in all hours of the day. I'll be like at work and it's be like, yeah, Richard Holdner live, big block forward versus.
Yeah,
Like, all right. He's just
that's a
always
busy
on.
man.
He is, dude. He is. One last thing on the cars topic, I want to ask you as a mechanic. You know, we're coming up on. I mean, they're talking about an ice storm in Kentucky on Sunday.
Golly.
How important is winterizing your vehicle?
So, maybe not winterizing. Number one thing I can say is tires, man. Make sure you got some good tires.
Yeah,
You won't know until you need new tires, and that's scary on the snow. I mean, I think do your maintenance on your cars. I wouldn't even say winterize, just do your maintenance, man. Go ahead and change your oil now. Hopefully you won't have to change it, but maybe once in the winter if you're driving a lot. Check your tire pressure because it's obviously going to change with the colder temperature. It's going to have a lower pressure. Definitely check that. Let it warm up. You don't have to, but defrost your damn windows. Don't be
yeah,
driving around with a little square cut out.
and don't be that guy that like just sits there holding it on red line to try to get it warmed up enough to thaw out your windshield. You wouldn't believe
Nah,
the amount
go.
of people when I work.
You're better off just going and driving it and letting it warm up like that. It's honestly way better if you're not gonna. You don't have to sit and let it warm up a lot, right? Like idling isn't good on an engine, but when you have to defrost, I mean, you got to. So
You wouldn't believe the amount of people at my work that will like get in their car with ice and they'll just hold it on rev line for
no
like
shot.
7 minutes. Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
Get a
Like
block heater at that point, dog. Like
well, these people don't speak English, so they're not. Their familiarity with cars is probably not a lot, anyways.
if you got an electric car, make sure shit charge because what if power goes out?
Yeah,
You at least use that as like a generator. I think I know you can with the lightnings, so worst case you can use it to power something at home.
and if it's not something you stay on top of, definitely check your antifreeze to water ratio. Make
Yeah, I
sure.
mean, just add antifreeze. And don't buy no 50-50 mix. Don't be wasting your money. I had to teach Josh this. I straight concentrate. You're paying for water.
Paying for something that comes out the faucet.
I know. It may not be free, but like it's a lot cheaper when it's out the faucet.
Yeah, that's
Or
real
if you use
dumb.
someone else's, you're not even paying for it. Look at that.
That's
Go to
gotta be.
McDonald's with your jug and
My
fill her up,
God.
Bubba.
That's gotta be the biggest scam in like car like buying stuff. Like it's just
Oh,
insane.
there's
They're
so
just
many.
selling water.
Maybe that's what we should do an episode on is ranking car scams.
My God.
That would be a good one. Or even like testing them.
A Ford economy engine.
Ford's modular engine. Can I put spark plugs in this and get lucky?
God, man.
I'll show you that one that I did the other day. Dude, I think he had another shop put plugs in it and it came in with a plug blown out.
My
And
God.
yeah, they blow plugs out. It's pretty common on the 4.6, 5.4s.
Does it mess the threads up?
Usually, yeah. Usually it's because it's Usually it's because the threads got messed up. And I think
Jeez.
whoever did plugs on this cross-threaded it.
You
Well,
just
it
gotta
stayed
buy a
in
new
there for a
head?
minute, but I don't think he fully seated the plug. So this is what happened. I borescope it, and I'm like looking at it. I'm like, okay, I mean the threads look like crap, but there's something else going on here. So where the spark plug seats down and seals, where it was not fully tight, it was leaking air out on the compression stroke, and or just when the piston was coming up, it's pushing air out of the spark plug hole, not just the exhaust valve. So what was happening was before the valve opened, all that air had to go somewhere when there's an opening, and it started actually removing material from the head. So where the spark plug seats, there was a gap on part of it where it was not going to seal no matter how many plugs you put in there.
Yeah.
And I told dude, like, he had 290,000 miles. I was like, look, buddy, you might as well just get another engine. Like, because at the mileage you're at, yeah, I could put a head on it for you, but you're going to be paying the same. I think he ended up trading it in.
I don't blame him.
I don't either. It's about time for a new one. He paid nothing for it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that would be a good episode, too. Just like
Yeah.
car scams. Yeah, I don't know why we haven't thought of that one yet.
I just randomly thought of it. I was like, you know what? I see all these like Temu ads for dumb car stuff. Why don't we just buy that for nothing and then rank it?
Yeah, I think Donut Media kind of does something along those lines, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
was
that
kind of
sounds like a
thinking they
lot of
did.
fun. Yeah, just like have some of it shipped to your house, some of it to my house, and just like showcase it. That'd be
Will
perfect.
my S10 get more fuel economy? Will my transmission not slip now because of this OBD2 plug?
My God, somebody needs to test the age-old like boomer thing where it's like just dump some Lucas in it, just like take a 4L
We might
Sloopy
as
that's
well
on
with
its
mine,
last
dude.
leg.
It's mine. Dude, you should have seen mine today, buddy. I thought we was about to have all neutrals.
My God, was she really thinking about it?
Dude, it's been the past couple of days.
That's awesome. I love that.
We're gonna make it find all neutrals. It's not getting stop drove. You should see how I've been driving it here lately. I just park it on curbs and
My
just
God.
ram up on them. Like, I don't care.
I love that. Like that's the way I've always been with the Dakota. It's just it is like I'll drive like down mountains, like I just like drive through my yard like a hooligan. Like I am very happy that I have a off-road daily.
Yes, sir. I mean, is it off road now? It's only 2-wheel drive.
Dude, those tires, they be grabbing. I've never even heard of Kenda tires. This is not sponsored, but they are just about jumbo Willy Bobs. Like they have some corn cobs on them, brother.
Corn cobs. All right. Where are they? All terrain?
Yeah, they're AT. It looks like a little kid that ain't too good at eating corn yet, so they leave a bunch of kernels all the way around it. That's what those tires look like.
All right.
Like
That's what I'm talking about.
there's some swampers. Yeah, I was shocked at them. I'm kind of excited about the snow, but kind of not at the same time because the Dakotas. I wish I had scales, dude. The way the Dakota, it's got to weigh nothing. Like I mean nothing in the rear, especially when there's no gas in it. That thing is so light in the rear, it's crazy. And it's got that big V8 in the front, or I guess little, but it's still, it's not a V6.
It makes some torque pores.
Yeah, it does. I mean, on dry road, if I'm at it, I wouldn't dare do that now, but
You
that
wouldn't
thing
launch
makes,
her?
dude, whenever I'm like adjusting my parking at work, every time I go from drive to reverse, it just sounds like somebody's hammering like rings together. Oh, it sounds so bad. I'm like, I don't even care.
That's me with the S10. I'm like, I'm just waiting for an excuse to buy another vehicle.
God, your house is gonna look like a junkyard.
I know. Nah, I'll have to get rid of it.
Got the S10, the
I
C10.
say that, but I'm like, nah, I'll let us swap it one
I
day.
don't know, swap it.
Won't be like that boomer with 50 cars in his yard. No, I got plans with that one.
You're gonna be rivaling Neil's.
I am. Hey, I need some of y'all's lot.
Yeah, y'all crush some of them real quick. I need some room. Uh, all right, well, I guess we could get to our cars topic here, or our gaming topic. My bad. I want to talk about this. Has kind of been a shocking thing for me, and I've been talking about it with my coworkers who I've been playing a lot of COD with. I've been hearing COD is kind of in a financial deficit. Granted, I don't quite believe that. I'm taking that with a full grain of salt. But what is shocking is they must be really trying to move some new players in. Number one, of course, Game Pass. We know that. But number two, dude, tell me the last time you seen a double XP weekend last like 2 weeks.
Agree.
Dude, isn't that the most
Well,
insane thing ever?
they've lost 50% of their player base now, I think.
Wow.
Actually, I don't know if you've seen yesterday, it came out. Someone was able to find out all the statistics they are tracking on you, and they track how much you move, what skin you're using, what finisher you use,
Oh my God.
how many shots you hit, how many shots you fire. They track
That's
everything. It is no longer skill based matchmaking, not like it ever was, but it is straight.
it's like data
They're
farming.
not. They're calling it something. It's like I was just watching a video. I can't remember, but basically, it's engagement optimized. It's EOMM, engagement optimized matchmaking. They're trying to make it as engaging for new players as possible. And some people have found out that apparently when you buy skins, they are putting you in lobbies with worse players. That way they can see that and think it may give them an edge. Not surprised at all by this, but I think it's just nice to know that the information's out there that, yeah, they're definitely promoting and giving players who spend money on the game, who'd figure they'd be giving them better lobbies. I mean, it's just scummy down to the core that they are really trying to get everyone to spend money on the game. Ever since the crates have been took out of COD, it has been they are trying to find other ways. And pretty much when they stopped doing that was right around 2019, when these new CODs came out, and every one of them has just felt different with the matchmaking, and I think everyone can realize that and agree with that.
Yeah, I agree for sure. I mean, it's like they had a good thing going with, like you said, the supply drops. It was random. It wasn't guaranteed. You got something out of it, regardless if it was good, bad, or
It was
ugly.
gambling for minors.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely was. But now with the whole like the skin thing, I agree. Like, and it sometimes I do find a match whenever like there's a guy that bought a skin and I'm just like killing him over and over and over again. But like, I wonder if that's why the meme became a thing of like the Call of Duty League sweats. It's like because they bought the skin, so they're automatically going to perform better. Like, I don't know. It
Yeah.
just seems like there's a direct connection.
I really wish that we had more information about that, but the fact of the matter is they're not going to give it to us, and they're going to lie about it as long as they can, because as long as they don't admit it, people are still going to play their game. And I've almost got to the point where I do enjoy COD because I'm just someone who's pretty competitive and enjoy it. But I definitely could see myself boycotting it in the future if things don't get any better, because I just can't keep paying for, I don't know what you'd even call it. I can't keep putting $70 to this. It just ain't worth it.
Yeah, it's not a good cause anymore.
I would just rather see my money go to a company that isn't Blizzard, because I just really don't like them.
Yeah. It just it sucks to see these companies that we grew up enjoying, loving, and playing their games to just sell out like this.
Yeah, I think that's why COD is still alive. It's just so many people really want to see it be what it was, and I don't know if it'll ever get to that point. I hope it does, but I think we're just at a new era with it.
I just wish Call of Duty would go back to remastering old COD games and publishing them. Like that was such a big hit with the Modern Warfare 2019
Yeah, I
reboot.
don't get it either, because it would sell like hotcakes. So why
It
haven't
would.
they? They gotta have some reason. I don't know what it is. I think, and also I don't know if you noticed, like it wasn't. It was that project where they got I don't know what COD it was, but they did like a kind of like plutonium, but it was another one of the COD games, and they knew they were developing this mod, right? And it was for one COD, and they knew that it was on sale. Like that COD put it on sale to get as many people to buy it, and then they turned right around, and the day before it released, they said no, you can't do this, and they, I don't know, it wasn't like a copyright strike. It's like a cease and desist letter or something they sent them. Like they're so scummy, and it really irritates me, because the community wants something and they know it, and they just won't give it to us.
Yeah, that's horrible. I
I could
mean,
just talk
it's
about it all day how much they irritate me with some things.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, the answer's always been clear to them. I mean, we've been screaming to remaster these old CODs for years now. I mean, they had such success, it just doesn't make any sense why they're doing this. I mean, I guess it is to cater to a newer audience. You know, they want things to be as close to like Fortnite as it is. I mean, we're getting pretty dang close to it with unicorn guns and unicorn finishing moves. I mean, it's getting pretty terrible. But I mean, I'm not all hate on that because I think what made Black Ops 3 so good was that it was corny to an extent, but
Yeah, I agree.
it wasn't. I don't know. It just feels like an all time. It just feels so different with Black Ops 6. It doesn't seem corny in a good way. It just seems corny in an annoying way.
Yeah, I mean, ever since 2019, it's just been too catered to new players, you know? Like, the time to
Yeah.
kill is way too fast. It just allows people who camp and play a scummy playstyle to do better than they should, in my opinion. And they balance weapons around that. You can guarantee it.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of that, so have you played the new Zombies map yet?
Citadel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've played it like 2 or 3 times.
Wasn't sure if you did or not. Of course, I don't know if you ever said you wanted or didn't want to, but we're gonna be trying to do that Easter egg tonight. We got to
I'm not that interested in it, really.
dude, I'm so mad. We got to the I was doing the last sword. We done had all the swords except for one. And as soon as you pick up this sword and you go down into this room, it spawns a zombie. And if that zombie is killed somewhere else, the part can actually just glitch out for the rest of the game. Like it never respawns or anything. And unfortunately, that happened to our match. Oh, I was so sad.
It is
I was like,
really glitchy, too, the zombies, I noticed. Like, half the times I try to exfil, it won't let me exfil, either due to a zombie being glitched somewhere I can't see or due to it not saying I'm in an area I'm in. Like, it's just always it's just annoying. I almost wonder if it's on purpose at this point because this is a bug that should have been noticed during testing and should have been fixed by now. So it's
that's what
kind of
I'm saying.
irritating to say. See, I think it's definitely intentional by them in a way.
Well, it's like that issue I was talking about. I found a video on it from 3 weeks ago. I'm like, y'all haven't fixed this issue, and it's been going on for 3 weeks, and it's
Yeah,
still
and
going
it
on
just
now.
came out. Like, it is a new patch. You should be actively working on it. It's not old content.
Yeah.
I get you're pushing your new DLC when it comes out, but at the same time, there is a group of people dedicated for bug fixes. Like, that is standard among any AAA developers. So to see it be like this is really annoying.
Yeah.
Just goes back to how I feel about COD. Is like I like it, but I just don't want to put time into it because of the company.
Yeah. I will say I have enjoyed Black Ops 6 a little bit more than I have a lot of the games, all the CODs that have came out in the past. I'm getting a little bit more involved in that one.
I think it's because it's Treyarch. They just always seem to pull more people.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's that. They're just it gives me I don't know, Treyarch just always kind of feels similar to other Treyarch games. I'm not saying it feels like Black Ops 3, 2, or 1. It just kind of feels like I don't know, kind of like deja vu. It's just like, oh, I've been here before.
Yeah.
Anyways, I want to, and this is something that we it's up to you if we'd announce it or not, and because you might not have came up with yours yet. As far as this winter game tournament goes, of course, I mentioned it in the very beginning. We want to live stream it for sure, and I'm wanting to live stream it sooner than later since it's winter, and we're in peak
We're about
winter
to
right
be
here.
peak winter, yeah.
So,
January, February, March.
yeah, I'll probably give a one final like announcement. I'll say we'll probably do it sometime after the next podcast. We'll probably announce, hey, this is the day we're doing it. We'll iron out the details between now and then, and we'll have a time and date for you all. But I guess to build up some excitement, what games are you kind of thinking of? Of course, we're doing 3 games each.
I mean, no surprise. Gotta include Rocket League. Just
No,
just gotta. Sorry.
uh, I knew it.
Gang Beast is the one I'm interested in for sure.
Okay.
And I haven't really made up my mind on the next one.
Gang Beast kind of shocks me because there's been times where I've put up some good
For
tussles on
sure.
Gang
I mean,
Beast against
everyone
you.
has. I'm definitely not saying I'm the best. I think it's somewhat server related. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I just find myself losing fights I don't agree with.
Yeah,
Same
and then
thing with COD. But it's not as
there
scummy as COD. It's just the way the game is. So I don't hate it as much.
there was that really weird patch too where it was like for some reason I was just
Yeah, dude.
knocking you out every time.
No, it was everyone like that. After that patch, dude, things changed for me. It was the
Things
patch where the
changed.
barrels couldn't. It was the patch where the barrels got nerfed, and now they're back. But yeah, that was yeah. Everyone noticed something was up. Yeah,
Yeah.
what do you got planned?
So of course I had to pull out some big guns
Fast.
myself. Yeah,
I knew it.
Faz for sure. I'm pretty goated at Faz, I would say. And
What are you gonna do if I win?
I'm gonna go ahead and delete the game and pretend that I've
I
never
mean,
played
I
it
am
before.
prestiged,
You
so
are
I'm gonna put up
prestiged.
a fight.
I I haven't decided the goal yet because, of course, yours are straightforward. I mean, Rocket League beats you at Rocket League, Gang Beasts beats you at Gang Beasts. But for mine, I've got to find an objective. So I haven't decided if I want to go for a full perfect investigation. I don't think I'll do that to you because that's pretty difficult and it can vary. I think I'm just gonna go for like the ghost plus like all the photos, maybe. Uh,
Okay,
I don't know. I'm still kind of
solo.
brainstorming. Yes, well, I don't know because I do horrible solo. Like if we
That's
do
why I was
solo,
asking
I'm thinking about adding Trish as a kind of like second person, but just
for
to be
both of
there
us.
for just to be there for moral
Got you.
support. She can't help you guess the ghost. She can help you collect evidence,
Yeah,
but
got you. Makes sense.
no helping you guess the ghost. Just
Yeah.
kind of there as a extra set of hands, if you will. And then, of course, you gave me this idea, and I really need to play it a little bit because I'm quite rusty at it. But it's a game that I've been playing since God, I don't know, like 2014, 2012, maybe. Uh, of course, Binding of Isaac.
Okay.
I feel like it's a pretty easy game to grasp. It's a game that I'm very knowledgeable about. And then for my final game, I felt like, you would probably pick one where I would have somewhat of a chance. Of course, you did, being Gang Beast. So I'd like to think I read you a little bit. So I'm going to go with Ark.
Okay. What's the goal on art?
I'm not sure. Part of me wants to do something insane, and then part of me just wants to be like, all right, let's just do easy objective, but set a time limit on it.
Okay.
But then again, you run into some random variables, like
You
we'll
do.
say, like tame a raptor. Well, what if raptors aren't in spawn?
What if you'd make it like tame a wreck?
I don't know. That's a very long one though. That I mean, it take if I had to estimate how long it'd take me to tame a Rex solo, it'd probably be close to 2 hours because I would have to get at least a bow. I mean, granted, me and you did take a Rex out
Yeah.
super early on in Death Valley with slingshots, but you got double the power there. My God, what if I made it spawn in with swamp aids and cure it?
I got a leg up on you on that, I think.
I know I haven't done it before.
I had my experience. Have I told that on here? I don't know if I feel like I have. Yeah, that is my favorite story on art.
That'd be legendary if we could find the OG guys that you went out with and just like told campfire stories about that fateful night.
It'd be like Woods and Black Ops 2 when he's in the wheelchair talking about him and Mason. We went to the swamp. We thought we could beat the beasts.
But yeah, those are my three. Still ironing out the details on Ark, and I think Isaac. I don't know. I almost want to say just get as far as you can get because I really can't gauge how far you're going to get. The thing about Isaac is we can take out the random variable because you can actually input a seed. So me and you can both be on the same seed. So it will be
I think get as
purely
far as
skill
you can get's
based.
a good idea.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah,
Yeah.
okay. That's what I've chosen. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. I'm excited to say the
Yeah.
least. I think Rocket League's gonna be a shoe in, and I think Isaac's gonna be a shoe in for me. Faz, I've been screwed over by some mimics in my day. Like if it shows signs of
Imagine
being a
that.
mimic, I'm gonna be so mad. You still haven't went against a mimic. They are the worst. I feel like they're worse for a skilled player because what they do is they mimic other ghosts'
Ghost, right?
abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like I'll be like, all right, this is definitely a poltergeist that's throwing stuff everywhere, and then lo and behold, it's a mimic, like just mimicking a poltergeist. Like, screw off. I thought about doing 7 days, but I was like, I don't know. We're both pretty. I feel like I might have a slight leg up on Ark just because of the amount of time I've played the game, especially solo. I
I
played the.
think you do on Ark and 7 days.
I don't know. 7 days. We kind of venture off in our own directions whenever it comes to 7 days. You're more of like the trader, but we kind of all have our place on 7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, it was hard to pick because I definitely had Isaac. That was definitely going to be one, and of course Faz was definitely going to be one. Just because I've been playing so much of it lately, it's just fresh on my mind. Part of me kind of wanted to pull one out of the left field, like Lunch Lady or like something you've played before. But yeah,
I gotta determine this third one. I
yeah.
got a really good idea for it. I
Who knows?
think, yeah, I might just lock in Castle
Man,
Miner Z.
really?
Who can kill the last dragon fastest?
Brother, we've never done that together. How
Yeah,
are
that's
we
what I'm
gonna?
saying.
That's definitely gonna be who makes it the farthest. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked you didn't do Black Ops like a quick scoping challenge, like throwback, because you would definitely win that.
What, Black Ops 2?
Any of them. I mean, Black Ops 3. Even we both have Black Ops 3.
I got Black Ops, every Black Ops
Yeah.
except 4.
So I mean, that'd be a pretty good throwdown too. I mean, that's
Yeah,
something you'd
Black
excel at
Ops
for sure.
2,
Black Ops 3 would have been.
Nuketown only, hardcore snipers. Go ahead. I'm ready. I think I still know the spawn trap.
Yeah.
I might. I used to have that thing locked.
Yeah, just basically just doing 360s in the truck all game.
Yeah, I think I remember most of the spawns, like how to control them.
Yeah, that's rough.
I probably still could.
Probably shouldn't have reminded you of that. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember like 90% of them.
yeah, planning on seeing maybe if Gavin can make us like a cool graphic and everything for it, kind of make a little bit of a big deal about it. I think it'll be a lot of
Yeah,
fun,
that would be
especially if we get
dope.
some people in there.
I think that'd
Well,
be
man,
entertaining.
yeah, I think it would too, and it could be something we do once a year, maybe.
Yeah,
That'd be
maybe we
cool.
could do something one day where we get like viewers in on it
Yeah.
or
Well,
friends, someone.
I don't know how much you've messed with 7 days as far as like, well, I doubt you've messed with it at all, but you can actually turn on a streamer mode on 7 days where your viewers can, like, the more time they
Spawn
watch,
stuff.
yeah, they can spawn stuff or
Yeah,
like
I've
make
seen that.
sounds play. Yeah, I like those interactive streams.
Yeah, I would like that too.
I guess to kind of wrap up the episode, of course, with us having this big snow coming, what's kind of your favorite game to play while snowed in? You know, you got a lot of time on your
Hmm.
hands, no
If you
reason to go
got a
outside.
lot of time, Minecraft is always up there.
Well, yeah, especially with the homies.
Yeah, I mean, just Minecraft is, start of the year, you're getting snowed in. Like, that's when the homies play.
Yes, sir. We can't go nowhere. Might as well play Minecraft.
Yeah, COD Zombies is always up there, I think. I like older zombies still, though. It's just something about it.
Oh, you should have heard what Trevor said to me today. We were, of course, planning out this Easter egg tonight, and he was like, man, he was like, oh, he said, I've even got Zombie Chronicles on Black Ops 3. I'm like, no shot. He's like, yeah. He said,
I got it downloaded.
he said, I've always played Origins. He said, I've always wanted to do the Easter egg. I'm like, dog, we do that for fun. I'm
Dog,
like,
I'll solo it in an hour and a half. Give it here.
I was like, Jordan lose his mind if he
I
heard
could
you want
probably
to play
solo it
Origins.
in an hour if I really had to get a run. I mean, the world record's like 30-something minutes.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, Trevor, I was like, dude, we can hook you up. Origins is Jordan's game. Like, I got into it a little bit there for a while before Black Ops 6 came out. We were playing it every now and again.
I'll go break out the piece of paper with the codes for the staff. I know
Even
the Easter egg
Shadows.
steps.
Shadows is
is
so much
just
fun, too.
goated.
Yeah.
Black Ops 2 Origins is better, though. Don't at me.
Yeah, it's the OG
DSR
for sure.
is better every time.
DSR 50 every time.
I just like the Black Ops 2 version better. That's just me.
Yeah. Hey, nothing wrong with that. All right. Well, I guess that's all we have for today's episode. It was awesome to get some of this planned out. I feel like a very productive episode, if anything, if not entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, but that's all we have. With that being said, we will catch you in the next one.